Zločini počinjeni od strane komunista posle Drugog svetskog rata tema su izložbe u Vašingtonu pod nazivom U ime naroda. Samo 2 ulice od Bele kuće. Američka javnost imaće priliku da se upozna sa svim nedaćama koje je posleratno stanje u Jugoslaviji donelo. Naš novinar Ognjen Medić je tim povodom razgovarao sa direktorom žrtava komunizma u Vašingtonu, Erikom Patersonom, koji je istakao da je vreme da se stane na put glorifikaciji Tita i da svi zločini konačno izađu na video.
First of all, thank you, Mr. Paterson, to speak with Newsmax Balkans. I really appreciate that opportunity. We will start with my first question. What is the importance of the exhibition in the name of the people for the victims of Communism Memorial Foundation and for the American public?
We're excited to host, in the name of the people, this exhibition about the early crimes of the Tito regime after he seized power in 1945. And the reason that this is important is because although some of the crimes of communism are well documented and known, such as the Gulag system in the Soviet Union, the understanding of what happened in the former Yugoslavia is much less known in the United States. And so documenting this and demonstrating how the parallels of repression, of torture, of murder, how all of these things happened in every single communist country and happened at the hands of Tito in the former Yugoslavia, it's crucial.
And this is the first exhibition in the official American institution like this, dedicated to the crimes and political repression of communists in Serbia and Yugoslavia after World War II. Why is it important that those stories are finally being told to the Washington, D.C. and here in Washington, D.C.?
Yeah, to our knowledge, this is the first time that an exhibition of this type has been done in the United States. And of course, we're here 2 blocks from the White House, in the heart of the American Capitol. And so it's important to tell these stories. And it's distinctly important because we're trying to make sure that people understand an accurate history of what happened. And one of the things that happened was that the Soviet Union itself trained killers in the sense that it sent out. Tito was a lieutenant of Stalin in the Soviet Union. Obviously, he was ethnically from the region. He was returning home to the region. But then, instead of being magnanimous in victory at the end of World War II, what did he do? And that is that he led the slaughter of tens of thousands of his fellow countrymen. And so making sure that this accurate history is known, rather than glorifying him or other communist heroes as some sort of Robin Hoods of the past.
Yes, but when you mention Tito in Serbia, our society is really divided about opinion about him, and for a long time the crimes of Tito regime were really discussed, partially because Yugoslavia was considered a special case and even a Cold War ally for the West. How does the exhibition help to correct that historical imbalance?
Yeah, I don't dispute that some of the Allied powers, particularly the British, saw Tito at the time as a partisan in support of the Soviet Union, as a temporary ally during the last part of World War II. That's accurate. And American foreign policy at times during the Cold War was looking for ways that it could provide leverage to break up the Soviet bloc, whether it was in Yugoslavia or Nixon's opening to China. All that being said, there was never a time in U.S. foreign policy that said, this is a good guy, this is a good regime, the communist regime there is fair to its people. In fact, it was founded in blood. The murder of tens of thousands of its fellow countrymen, the imprisonment of tens of thousands of more for decades. So what we're trying to do is to give academics a chance to show their findings, the government reports from Serbia to show their findings so we get an accurate history regarding Tito.